If your recovery keeps collapsing, it is not because your goals are too small. It is because your daily standards are too low. Today, we are going to raise them. Welcome to That Recovery Life. PDX, my name is Jake.
And my name is Maya. Goals sound inspiring. Standards actually change your life. Let us talk about the difference and how to turn standards into the backbone of your sobriety, starting today.
Welcome to the show. Let us get into it.
Here is the pattern I see over and over. Someone sets a goal. I will stay sober for 90 days. I will hit 5 meetings a week. I will rebuild trust with my partner. The first few days are strong. Then stress shows up. Sleep drops. A craving spikes. Suddenly the goal feels far away. The brain says, "What is the point?" And the slide begins.
Here is why. Goals live in the future. Standards live in the moment. A goal says, I want to be sober for 90 days. A standard says, I do not drink. A goal says, I want to go to 5 meetings. A standard says, I attend my support appointment every day at 6 p.m. A standard is a rule you live by even when you do not feel like it.
Standards shrink the distance between intention and action. They remove negotiation. They create habits that do not ask how you feel. They just fire. And when you stack those habits, you build identity. Identity beats motivation every time.
I want you to ask yourself right now, what are my actual standards? Not the aspirational ones, the real ones. What do I tolerate? What do I let slide? Where do I keep saying, just this once? That is the standard running your life.
Think of your identity like a thermostat. You can set the room to 72 degrees. If someone opens the door and cold air rushes in, the thermostat kicks on and brings it back to 72 degrees. Your identity does the same thing. If you see yourself as a person who drinks when stressed, the moment life drops the temperature, your behavior heats back up to match the old setting.
To change long-term, you need to reset the thermostat. That is identity work. But identity changes through actions you repeat, not through ideas you admire. Repetition is the dial. Standards are the hand on the dial.
So when you say I do not drink no matter what happens today, and you repeat that action under stress, you are turning the dial. When you say I speak the full truth to my partner even when it is embarrassing, and you actually do it, you turn the dial. Every time you uphold a standard under pressure, you lock in a new identity degree.
Here's the trap though. Most people try to leap the thermostat from 60 to 90 in one day. They decide, I am now a 7-day-a-week meeting person, I journal for an hour, I wake at 4 a.m. That is not a thermostat change. That is a fantasy spike. You need sustainable turns of the dial, 1 degree at a time. Consistent, boring even. That is where the magic happens.
Let us give you 5 clear standards you can adopt right now. Adjust them to your life, but keep the spirit.
Standard 1. Abstinence is not a goal, it is a rule. I do not drink or use. Period. No negotiation, no special occasions, no stress pass. If you slip, you reset the rule immediately and call someone who will hold you to it.
Standard 2. Daily connection. 1 touch point every day with your recovery community. Meeting, sponsor call, therapist session, accountability text. You do not skip it because you feel good. You do not skip it because you feel bad. It happens every day.
Standard 3. Truth over image. You tell the real story to at least one safe person daily. What you felt, what you wanted to do, where you lied to yourself. Secrets feed relapse. Truth starves it.
Standard 4. Environment first. You do not keep people, places, or things that actively sabotage your recovery. That includes the numbers in your phone, the alcohol in your cabinet, the social feeds that glorify your old behavior, and the friends who drag you back to it. If it threatens your sobriety, it loses access.
Standard 5. Minimum viable self-care. Sleep target. Hydration baseline. Movement requirement. Not perfect. Minimum. Because if your physiology collapses, your decision-making collapses with it. You do not negotiate with these baselines. You protect them the same way you protect your sobriety rule.
Standards fail without systems. So let us engineer them into your calendar, your environment, and your relationships.
Calendar first. Put your non-negotiables in time blocks. If your daily meeting is 6 p.m., it is in your calendar. If your truth check is a 10-minute nightly journal, it is in your calendar. If your sleep baseline is 7 hours, your calendar reflects a bedtime and a wake time. The brain respects what you schedule more than what you hope.
Environment second. Align the room to the standard. Delete, block, or move anything that fights it. If your standard is daily connection, keep your phone in a place that makes the call easier. If your standard is no alcohol in the house, remove it. If your standard is sleep, your room is dark, cool, and tech-free. The room should nudge you toward the standard without asking you to think.
Relationships. Third, tell your people your standards and ask them to hold you to them. Not your goals, your standards. Give them permission to challenge you when they see drift. And if they refuse to support, that gives you clarity. You now know who does not get full access to you.
Let us walk through a classic relapse chain and show how standards intercept it.
Trigger. You get into an argument with your partner. Shame and anger spike. Without standards, the brain says, I need relief. I can handle one drink. I will reset tomorrow. With standards, the rule activates. I do not drink. So the next standard takes over. Daily connection. You text your sponsor. You get on a call. You say the truth. The craving starts to settle. Your environment supports you because there is nothing in the house, and the person you texted is already on their way to meet you.
The standard does not depend on feeling. It is scripted. Trigger, then standard, then action, then relief. Over time, your identity learns, I am a person who faces triggers with action, not avoidance. That identity keeps you safe while your nervous system heals.
If you want to lock this in, run our 7-day standard reset challenge. Here is how it works.
Day 1. Write your real standards. Not the ones you wish you had. The ones you are living. Be brutal. Then rewrite them to match the person you want to be. Choose 3 to 5 only. Make them simple and measurable.
Day 2. Delete and remove. Anything in your environment that violates those standards goes. Numbers, bottles, apps, clothes, photos. If it pulls you down, it leaves.
Day 3. Announce. Tell at least 2 people your standards and ask for accountability. Give them permission to push you. If you have a sponsor, therapist, or coach, they go first.
Day 4. Schedule. Put every standard into your calendar for the next 30 days. Make recurring events, alarms, reminders. Put it in writing.
Day 5. Practice hard truth. Share one thing you have been hiding from someone safe. Start very small if you need to, but tell a piece of the truth. That act alone raises your identity thermostat.
Day 6. Minimum self-care audit. Track your sleep, water, food quality, and movement for 1 day. Choose one minimum for each and stick to it for the next week.
Day 7. Reflect and refine. What felt too high? What felt actually easy? Adjust 1 degree up or down, not 10. 1. Then repeat the week.
First question. What if my partner still drinks around me, but says they support me?
Then, your environment and boundary standards must be crystal clear. You choose what happens inside your home. If they choose to drink, they do it elsewhere. If they refuse, your standards should dictate the consequence. Standards are not requests. They are rules you live by.
Second, I keep skipping my meeting when I am doing well. How do I fix that?
You build a system that assumes you will feel good and still requires the action. Attendance at 6 p.m. is not a mood decision. It is a standard. If you cannot make the meeting, you have a backup standard. Call your sponsor during that 30-minute block. Text your accountability group. The block never disappears. It just changes form.
Third, what if I keep breaking my standards? Does that mean I am not ready?
It means the standard is not yet automated, and the system is weak. You do not lower the standard. You change the system or you reduce the scope. For example, if daily truth is too big, make it 2 minutes of voice notes to yourself. Then send 1 honest text to your sponsor. The spirit stays, the size scales.
Fourth, how do I know if my standards are too strict?
If they are collapsing after 3 days, they are probably too many or too extreme. If they are boring and repeatable, you are in the right range. Consistency beats intensity in recovery. Always.
I want you to pick one standard right now. Say it out loud wherever you are. I do not drink or use. I tell the whole truth to at least one safe person every day. I attend a meeting or talk to my sponsor daily. Choose one and own it.
Put it in your calendar. Text it to a friend. Write it on a sticky note and slap it on your bathroom mirror. The more places it lives, the easier it becomes to live it.
When you raise your standards, your life catches up. Not instantly, but inevitably. Your body learns the new rules. Your mind quiets. Your relationships either grow with you or fall away. And your future becomes predictable in the best way possible.
Comment standards under this episode if you are upgrading today. Tell us the one rule you will live by for the next 7 days. We will reply and hold you to it.
Subscribe. Share this episode with someone who needs a reset. And remember this: you do not rise to your goals, you fall to your standards, so raise them.
We will see you next time.